Greyman! 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 Holy YouTube video, Greyman!
Grey Maniacs gather! Hi folks, it's the Grey Man here with my London Comic Mart report and haul. Right, the comics in this pile, and it's rather a big pile, come from various sources. Hardly any of them from the actual Mart itself actually. I didn't have much money this month, and so I wasn't really feeling it because I didn't have much money, so I didn't bother looking around that well. But a lot of them here are some of the stuff that I ordered on eBay from America that was sent to Mark Suddenly Comics' Stackery account, and he brought them along for me to the Mark, so I help him out with it on his table. Some of them were some low graders that he gifted me, so which is lovely. Some of them, I can't remember now. I'll let you know. Some of them were from a Facebook seller that met me. A couple of them from two different Facebook sellers bought me some comics that I'd bought from them on Facebook. Anyway, just kick off. This is one I bought from the Mart. There you go. This is from the store next door to my one. I actually saw another table had a #1, and I nearly bought the #1, but by the time I went back to look at it again, it had gone. I'm not too sure what the #1 went for. I don't know. I'm hoping I didn't miss out on a bargain by not buying it when I saw it. Right, this is from one of the Facebook sellers. He brought these along to me. I gave him a stack of old comics as well to give out, like down the pub, because I've had lots of sort of low grades from Mart, from Suddenly Comics, and from Darren from Splat Comics, and I kept all the ones that I needed and wanted, and all these other ones I thought would give them a good home. Some went to Matilda because she asked for some of them. So yeah, I've been giving them good homes. Right, these next lot. Right, unfortunately I haven't got my tin helmet, and I haven't got my board, my knockoff board for, this is basically the end of Operation Ghost Moon Defenders. Yes! It started, I don't know, 2 years ago. I'm not too sure how long ago it started. But Operation Ghost Moon Defenders is where I was trying to finish off my Defenders run, my Moon Knight run, and my Ghost Rider run. I finished my Ghost Rider run a little while back, a good few months ago, because I've read the whole lot now. I've read the whole run of the Ghost Riders, or 80 odd is here. And now I've finally finished the other parts of...
Here is your great amazing coffee.
Thank you, babe. My beautiful Lisa is here. You can't see you there from that angle, but she's bought my
Grey Mazing.
Grey Mazing. Don't forget to get your Grey Mazing cup from the link below. And of course, other Grey Mazing merchandise is available. Right. So yes, my Defenders. I bought these from eBay in America because they're a lot cheaper there than getting them in the UK. And they went to Mark Stackery and he brought them along to me. Now, I am thinking of taking him to a work tribunal, because there's a couple of comic books that I ordered that he came to his house and he forgot to bring them, and now I've got to wait till June before I get them. So it's like, surely there's some kind of tribunal I can go to for work-related grievances. Anyway, so Defenders #2. This is a low grade. You can see a little bit of rust around the staple actually. I need to have a look at that. No, it's not a staple, it's not rust, it's staples are fine, it's just a stain up in the top corner here. But yeah, but I got it cheaper and that's what I need. #8. So I'm going to be able to read all these Defenders. That was possibly another reason I wasn't too worried about picking up new comics myself, other than what I'd already had coming. Because I knew that I got a massive stack of comics to read still, so I'm not like I'm short of any comics to read. And this is the last one I needed for my Defenders run. So Defenders 10. Got a little bit of a little bit damage along the spine. There's a little spot on the spine missing at the bottom and on the top. And you can see a little bit of damage there at the bottom as well. But this is what, I don't need high grade. I just want the comic. Yeah, so if I can get it cheaper in a low grade, that's me. I'm Mr. Low Grade. We was chatting on the table. Some bloke come talk to Mark, and Mark knows him from Instagram, I think. And he was like my polar opposite. I said it's like meeting my supervillain in the comic book. I said, because he likes immaculate, and like not even if it's got a price stamp on it, he won't have it. you know, he wants it absolutely pristine, and he said quality over quantity. And I was like, that's you know, that's complete opposite of me. I'm quantity over quality. Right, these next three, Mark in a box that he was giving away. By the end, he was giving them away because he just didn't want to take them home. They were taking up space. He put a start up at 50p, no takers. Put them down to 10p. Gave a few out free to kids as well. And eventually, he put them down to free, and just people come along, took them along. And if you listen to Mark's Mart video that he already put up because he's quicker than me, some of them went to a guy who was posting them back to Nigeria because he had an interesting story about when he was a kid, like they didn't have the money for comics, and so like one person would get, the rich kids would get them, and eventually they'd pass them down, and they'd be passed all around, like all the kids, like I don't know, in the village or wherever it was he lived. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it was an interesting story. Anyway, but I took these when they were going free because I've got the original one of Resurrection Man, and there's 3 comics here from the new 52 run of the Resurrection Man, so I thought, well, if they're free, I'll pick them up, bloody hell, you know. I quite enjoyed the first Resurrection Man run. I thought he was a cool character. Every time he dies, he resurrects with a different power set, which I thought was quite unique. I think these 2 women here are called the Body Doubles, I believe. I think they were kind of like his main villains, not really bad villains, but they were mercenaries for hire, I believe, if I remember rightly. Right, now this next lot of books is my wages. Mark pays me in comic books for helping him out. I do all the lugging basically because he's got a gammy leg, I think. So I do all the lugging, even though I've got a gammy back, but I have to be careful. I've kind of worked out now, if I hold things away from my body, that's when the back goes. So if I keep them in close, my back's fine. I was knackered when I got home, my body aches all over, but yeah, that's just being an old bastard. But I didn't like put any extra undue grievances upon it by you know, carrying boxes around. But anyway, this so he pays me from comics that he brought with him. There was a couple that he had there that he'd put aside because they're Richard Corbin art, and he had a bloke who sometimes comes along looking just for Corbin, and he'll buy everything that he's got, but he never turned up. So I was like, right, well, I'll have this one then. It's a nice high grade Eerie, definitely my highest grade Eerie that I've got. Yeah, beautiful, cool Richard Corbin cover. Yeah, nice. Right, this one, again, Richard Corbin interior art, not on the cover, but I was turned on to this one because it's got Richard Corbin doing a, basically doing the art for a Lovecraft story, The Rats in the Walls. So, and I love my Lovecraft, so, and he does the art on this. It's like an underground comic. It's not a bad cover either. It's an interesting cover. It's the old underground kind of thing, so it's not like filling a run. I've no intention of completing the run. This is number 5 of Skull, but it's a quirky little comic, and it's got a Lovecraft adaptation in it, so I'm all about that. Right, I never had much in the way of DC on this table, so I picked up a couple of old Marvels, which is fun. And with this run, I can pretty much pick up anything from it because I haven't got any of them, I don't think. It's Tales of Suspense. I really don't have the Silver Age, that many Silver Age Marvel comics. So here's a nice one with a great cover of the Super Adaptoid. The Super Adaptoid. Yes, number 84. Right, and number 91 in a pence variant. The Monstrous Crusher. I don't know if that's Crusher Creel. He looks a bit like Crusher Creel, but he looks a little bit knobbly for Crusher Creel. I don't know why he's looking so knobbly on this cover. Sorry, the Uncanny Challenge of the Monstrous Crusher. So there you go, the Absorbing Man. I don't know if it is him or not. Right, this next little lot was from one of the Facebook vendors. Did I do the other one? Oh, there it is. It is there. It's okay. It's alright. Right. So I've got a lovely Vampirella. There she is, fighting a robot. Good stuff. Slime creatures and robots are here to destroy the Earth, and Vampirella does nothing to stop them. Well, that's not very nice, Vampirella. If they destroy all the humans, where will you get your sustenance from? We know you like to chomp on some blood. Right, this one was a bit of a mistake. I think I might over this one at home already. I thought it was a sci-fi special, but it wasn't. It's just a bumper bumper Christmas issue of 2000 AD. So it's Prog 2061. So it's possible I might have this at home already, but I saw it and thought it was a one-off sci-fi special, but it wasn't. But never mind. If I haven't got it, even though I have got it, I'll give it another read. Right, and this is the Best of 2000 AD Special Edition, which I'm pretty sure I don't have. Well, no, I don't have because I don't recognise it at all. Oh, number 2, actually, the best of 2000, number 2. But yeah, just a cool cover. He'll have some cool old stories in there. Yeah, so happy to pick that up for £2 or something like that. It was, you know what I mean. You can't say no for that. Right now, at this point, really early on, I hadn't spent anything at the Mart, and then I bought some real sort of like stuff that I don't know if anyone else in the world ever collects these or gives a toss about these. It's DC's New Talent Showcase, and these are only 50p each. So here you go. I've got a few of these. Yeah, I must admit, of the stories I've read, none of them have really been that great. But you know, I still collect them anyway. I want to get the full run now. I'm not sure if any of the creators who came in actually went much further. Oh, it's Todd Klein. He did something on this one. I've heard that name before, so I'm sure he carried on in comicdom. But the rest of the names here: Peter Palmer, Kevin Jair, Gary Miles Johnson. I've not heard of those. I don't know if they went on to do anything else in the world of comics. Mindy Newell and Eric Shamawa. Shamawa? I don't know. K. Dooley and S. Wock. They're not bad art, actually, but I don't know if any of them went on to do a lot in comic books. Right, this is by Dennis Yee, featuring the Canton Kid and his Desperados. So I'm guessing that's a cowboy of Chinese origin. I'm guessing. Cantonese Kid, the Canton Kid, that's from Cantonese, isn't it? Canton? Sure it is. Right. This I've already read. I read this last night. Star-Lord Annual. This is an old comic book that eventually merged with 2000 AD, and I didn't realise. I said yes. This is a Facebook seller again. Back to Facebook again, and I didn't realise. I looked on my shelf and I saw I had a Star-Lord Annual, and I was like, oh, have I already got that one? Then I checked, but no, I had the 1980 annual, and this was 1982, so I was like, yeah, I picked it up for a couple of quid. The page is a little bit stuck on, there's a couple of little, it's had some water on it at some point, so a couple of pages have got a couple of little bits where it's pulled a little bit of tape, well, not tape, but water pull, and there's a couple of spots. It was, there's only one Strontium Dog story, which is one of the best characters, well, definitely the best character from Star-Lord, and then the rest of it is just it looks like an old school reprint from some old comic. I don't know, I don't think these characters were ever in Star-Lord, I don't remember anyway. I know there was a one-off story as well, Exterminator, which was alright. But the main story that went on for most of it was the Robot Builders. I don't remember ever seeing them before. They looked, from the art, I don't know, I just thought it was my reprint from an even older comic book kind of thing. Yeah, it was alright. It wasn't the greatest story, but whatever. It's all good, and it cost me a couple of quid. Right, this was a free one from Mark. This is really low grade, this one. It's all torn up and creased, and yeah, but it's a reader. That's what I want to do with them. I want to read them. You look up close, you can see the tear going all the way down, all the way down the side there. Jerry the Jitterbug. Can I send it to you to fix for me? No, it wouldn't be worth the money, I don't think. Right, it wouldn't even be worth the money of shipping it. Right, that was number 123, and here's number 157. Again, better grade, it's not torn, but it is creased up a bit. But actually, I might have to have another look, see if there's any pages missing or anything. But it's got a little tear at the bottom there as well. But this is fine by me. Right, this is another one from the Facebook seller. A nice World's Finest. Meet the Tempter and Die. Special, the Bureau of Missing Villains, featuring the deadly duo Tweedledum and Tweedledee. So I think that just means it's the villains that haven't been seen for a while. Anyway, it's time for a quick word from my sponsor. Amazing. Right, a nice black magic from my run. Trying to complete this run. Listen to your nightmares, they are warning you. Evil! Evil! Child of the devil! The boy says it told him to destroy us. Now I'm going to give it back to the flames where it was made. Don't let him die again. My dolly, the devil. Oh yeah. Right, this was from a different vendor. I only got one comic book from this guy, and this is another low grade one. I wonder if I could put this in water to get the... What's happened, it somehow got wet with a comic in front of it, and the back of the comic in front of it is stuck to the front of this comic. I think if I could spray some water on it, maybe I can tease the bit of cover from the other comic to come off. You can see it down there at the bottom. It's an unexpected issue. Have you the nerve to face the unexpected? I accuse you of my murder! Damn. Right, this was back to the other Facebook seller. Right, happy to get this one. Showcase presents number 66. I believe this is the first appearance of Bawana Beast. I had the second appearance already, so I'll pick this one out, I think, for £6 or something like that. And it's an old Silver Age DC crazy character. I think it's called Freedom Beast now, because Bawana was considered racially insensitive, I think, because I think Bawana meant like master or something, which is what the natives were made to call the colonials, you know, or yeah. So I think they thought, oh, that's a bit racially insensitive, it's not good, so they changed it into Freedom Beast, I believe. Bawana Beast, the Jungle Master. His very name invokes terror, and only this man knows his secret. There you go, it's a cool cover though. He's punching out a gorilla. Poor gorilla. And the cover is by Sikowski and Giella. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Giella? Yeah, I like it though. I'm happy to get that one. Right, this was another one I bought at the Mart. The same stall that I got the Shadow from. It's an old GI Combat. Keep firing! But Jeb, this tub's going under! Featuring the haunted tank. So Jeb is the ancestor of the general who haunts the haunted tank. Is it General Lee? I can't remember if it's General Lee. But some general haunts the tank. And his grandson or something is yeah, one of the tank crew. Right, back to the stack of low grade. Wendy, the good little witch. And this is torn. The whole cover is torn off. But you know, I could have put that in the pile for to go to the pub for all the London crowd who hang out there drinking after picking up their stuff to help themselves to. That's what quite often happens. Like in the comic meetup at the London Comic Mart, they all gather around in a pub, and sometimes people just bring along a stack of old comics they don't want anymore, and people just help themselves to them. So I thought I'd do the same. I'd give all these low graders that I got from Mark and Darren, and just let them, you know, help themselves to them. The ones that I didn't want, you know. But this one I thought I'd keep hold of just to give it a read. Wendy, the good little witch. I might let Lisa read it. She's a witch. So right, and this is a low grade 100-page giant. I don't think I've got this one already. I might have it. In which case, if I have got it, I'll you know, give it to donate it to another good home. Right, so world's greatest superhero starring Superman. 100 action pages of story and art from cover to cover. Superman trapped by Luthor and Brainiac. Superman, target of the prankster. You've also got Airwave, Super Chief, the Atom, and Hawkman in here as well. It's got a lot of... I think it might even... No, this one is complete, I believe. There's another one. I've got this one here. This is another one of the low graders that he gave us for nothing. This is a UK reprint of a bunch of old US comics, DC comics, the Adventure Double. I've got that cover. It looks different to the original cover, actually. It looks a lot different to the original cover, actually, when I'm looking at it. I've definitely got a cover. I reckon, did they redraw this cover? Yeah, less Starfinger there, but it looks like he's got a different costume. I'm going to have to look that out. If I remember to look that out, I might add it as a little picture for you to see side by side, if I can be bothered to do that kind of thing. But it's got a few different stories in there. I might even have read the stories. I might even have the comics of the stories already, but it's not all Legion of Superheroes, and it's got a missing back cover as well. I think maybe a page of the last story might be missing as well, but I'll give that a read, I'll give that a look through. I might even keep it just because it's an interesting, like, UK variant. Right, this is the last bit of money, because I only had about 15 quid on me, so And then I sold a couple of comics that I had doubles of to a mate, and I picked up four Black Hawks, because I do enjoy a Black Hawk. This one was half price. It's really low grade, so I think I got this for less than £1. You can't see. It looks a bit. I think it looks better on camera than it does in real life. It's really faded and crinkly. It looks like one big crinkle, to be honest. It's like a patchwork of craquelure. Is that the phrase, craquelure? It's like a, I don't know, it's some kind of decorating term, I'm sure. But anyway, nice old Black Hawk. Another nice old Black Hawk. Valley of the Angry Giants. And this was another half price one. Right, then I got these were only £3 each. Extra, another wingdinger from the Combat Diary. Save your strength, Black Hawks. You can't defeat raw, naked energy. That's what I'm going to say to the other slingers on Cover Slingers this week. I'm going to say, save your strength, Cover Slingers. You can't defeat raw, naked energy. And I'm going to take all my clothes off. No, I'm not. Right, and the secret monster of Black Hawk Island. I've missed that bit out. It's breaking out! The secret monster of Black Hawk Island. And there we go, there we can see the secret monster. How it managed to keep its secret underneath this concrete dome with a window on it. Well, do they not like think at any time, oh, wonder what's in there? Or they're saying it's a secret from us, not a secret from the Black Hawks. So surely the Black Hawks must have known it was there. Surely, it's not that big an island that they couldn't have seen a big concrete dome. But anyway, I digress. Well, I'm not too sure where actually this one came from. I think this one, Darren might have bought this on Whatnot from Mark and gifted it to me, so Mark brought it along, because I don't know, this is not a low grader, I don't think this is, maybe it's from the low grade bunch that he gave me, I'm not sure. I'll have to check there's no pages missing or anything inside, because the outside looks fine. So I'm not too sure. I know Mark gave it to me, but I'm not sure if it was a low grader or one that Darren bought and told him to give to me. So yeah. So there you go. Loads of different sources of my comic books this week. But I think this is another one. I think this is one that Darren bought off of Mark's Whatnot sale and gifted to me, which is cool. I need that for my collection. I think this one was a low grader. She did something no man could ever do. Killed Batman. Oh. Death's kiss. Oh, so death kiss. Interesting. She's a femme fatale if ever I saw one. Right. Bait in a Bat Trap. Batman's Detective Comics number 461. It's the bicentennial issue. Also extra, Tim Trench, Private Investigator. It must have been a very short-lived character, because I'd never heard of Tim Trench. Right, finish. It's another one of my finished runs that I've spent ages trying to finish off. At last, I have the last one I needed for my Noon Knight run. I think it's the very last issue from the series as well. Moon Knight, Death Shall Rise, and The Dead Shall Rise. Sorry, Death Shall Rise is a Cancer album. A band called Cancer got an album called Death Shall Rise, I believe. Right, this is another low grade one that Mark gave me. The Incredible Hulk, number 145. All new, a double action epic with the mightiest man monster of all. Call him Colossus, call him Godspawn. There you go. Pretty neat, huh? You know what, actually, I've just decided. Just come into my head what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna name this video Save Your Strengths, YouTubers. You can't defeat raw naked energy. That's gonna be the title for this video if I don't forget. But I'm liking that as an idea. Right, and this is the last one, a Batman annual. This one I think was Kyle got it off of Mark's Whatnot and told him to give it to me. So that's nice, that's cool. And I think he's going to trade something to Mark in the future. So a giant Batman annual, number 6. Lovely jubbly. You can always tell stuff that's gifted to me and A-OK to me because it's normally in better condition than what I actually buy for myself. This is in the nice condition. Right, so we're nearly at the end. This is the very last thing. There's a stall that I often buy from. I can't remember what the guy's name is. I'm friends with him on Facebook, but I don't buy off him on Facebook. I buy from him at the Mart. And normally he's got like 50% off, 30% off. I bought a lot off him over the last few months. And because I didn't have much money, I didn't buy anything from this time. But as I was looking through his stuff, he said, "Oh, I've got this thing here, don't know what to do with it. Here, Graham, you can have it." Okay, mate. Horizon. It's an actual comic. It's got art panels in it. I don't know if you'd call it a comic or a graphic novel. It's a interesting shape. Book 1, The Falling. I hope it's not really interesting and I want to get the rest of it because I've never seen it before. I don't know where to get the rest of it. It's a company called Paper Theatre Productions. Horizon, a story of love and loss, fear and freedom, a toy rabbit and very big robots. Alison is 15, nothing works, school doesn't work, home doesn't work, and the person she loves the most is no longer there. Then she discovers an access to a place where all the answers can be found. Horizon, a place of dreams, metaphor, discovery and freedom. So there you go. Sounds alright, looks pretty decent. Cheers. If you've enjoyed my haul, please leave a comment. Until next time, have a great amazing day and may all your news be good news. Have a great amazing day, have a great amazing day. Have a great amazing day, I'll have a great amazing day. Have a great amazing day, I hope you have a great amazing day.